Hello everyone, my name is Sparrow, and I'm here to do a full moon reading for our collective consciousness, specifically for the full moon coming up soon. It is our Cancer full moon. Emotions are going to be at a high, especially for those of us with water moons. Not me, I am a water sun and rising though, so looking forward to seeing how that's going to affect me. This reading is specifically going to focus on the topic of the paid reading I'm actually offering individually to each person for this full moon. What are we going to emotionally need to be releasing? There is so much buildup going on. It's the beginning of a new year. It's the perfect time to really just and let things go. So, using the energies of this Cancer full moon, let's see exactly what we as a collective consciousness need to accept, thank for what it did to us, understand that it no longer serves us, and just let go. So I'm going to begin shuffling these cards. I'm going to pull at least one from every single deck, and I'll meet back with you whenever I have all of them nice and finished. All right. Some of these were a little chattier than others, so let's get started. Without any further ado, I'm going to pull my oracle cards first. This is my Hedgewitch oracle, and it has subdue and sustain. These are going to be our collective main themes. They're going to talk about the general energy that's going on for this full moon. Might give us a little bit of insight into what we need to let go or what we need to do to maintain the momentum of letting go. These two words in particular are really interesting to me in terms of letting go. Subdue is sort of this nice, quiet, just go with the flow type energy. So this might be a very intuitive thing. You already know and feel like, hey, I've been meaning to let this go for a while. It's been nice, quiet in the back of my mind. I think I'm ready to just let it go. Could also mean that this is something that has been very much so dragging you down, has been very heavy, has been trying to subdue your energies and not in a positive way. Sustain, I think, is going to be talking about the energy that we need to keep moving throughout this Cancer full moon. It's going to talk really about the things that we want to keep. What sustains us, what nurtures us, what gives back to us. Water is Cancer, and water is all about life and love and connections and happiness and emotions in the positive. But there's always that dark side of the things that drag us down, that are toxic, that just really, really weigh heavy on us. It's like the ocean. Up at the top is where you can swim and have fun and snorkel and all that stuff. But as you go deeper, the pressure gets higher and higher and higher until we can't go down there, and we can't sustain ourselves at that depth. So really, what's keeping you up here nice and floaty, not what's really digging deep into the depths. We don't want that. And as we pull more of our cards, these might get a little more clear. Right now, that's just the feelings I'm getting from them. So now let's go into my Linestrider deck, who was very chatty. She was throwing cards at me left and right. And let's just see what she pulled for us. Now, you might notice that I'm going to turn some of these over. I do not read reversals. Reversals come intuitively to me. I've never had a deck that really says, when I have this in reverse, it means reverse. So, 4 of Pentacles, first off, 6 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Page of Wands. I'm going to focus on the fact that we're getting a little earth heavy here, which is interesting for this deck. This is usually a very water heavy type deck. Lots and lots of blues and browns here, color-wise. So blue, that nice calming energy, it really ties into sustain. Subdue has some of that brownish, like mauvey purple that the 4 of Cups also has. It's that brown. 6 of Swords is really, really calling to me right now. I've actually been seeing it pop up in other readings lately for myself. It's about travel. There are these people in a boat on the imagery here, and they are moving away from a building or a town. And that to me is really the symbology of this full moon, the letting go. It is a journey and a process. You're going to be leaving something familiar behind and moving into something that's unknown, but that unknown is going to be what's serving you and what's helping you ultimately. For Pentacles, there is this woman who is also walking away from a city, walking that movement. She has lots of stuff with her, lots of riches, so you are taking lessons from this thing that we need to let go. We're moving away from that thing, but still carrying with you pieces of it, because there's nothing that we do or have happen to us that does not touch us in some way, that does not give us lessons or give us energy. So you're still carrying a little bit of that, but you are carrying what served you before, served in the past tense, and moving onward away from that because it is no longer serving you. So you've taken its lessons, you've said thank you, I acknowledge you've done something for me, I have to move on. Two of Pentacles is all about balance. He's a juggler, he's got this beautiful vibrant blue background. It's all about figuring out column A, column B, how do you keep them together? Work-life balance, relationship-life balance, relationship-work balance, things like that. And Pentacles are very, very rooted in the material world, in your careers and your domestic life. So I feel like this is going to be for a lot of us figuring out a work life or a work home something balance along in there. There's going to perhaps be a connection that we have that has really been pulling us one way when really we need to be here, not here, not here, right here. We're really going to have that become very clear to us, and we're going to recognize that that's something that we need to let go so that we can find that balance. Four of Cups is very contemplative and not necessarily in a good way. She's very withdrawn, her eyes are closed, she's not seeing the whole picture. We need to open our eyes to the things that are going on around us. We need to consider all the things in our lives so that we can find that balance, so that we can move away from it, take what is serving us, thank what has served us, and move on. And then the Page of Wands, she is this very sure woman. She is young, but she's vibrant, she has energy, she knows what direction she wants to go to mature into that Queen of Wands. So she has this beautiful, vibrant energy all about her, and I feel like we're going to be getting a little bit of that Page of Wands energy once we start moving into what balances us to what we need to be moving and traveling towards. When we open our eyes to the possibilities around us, we'll be really feeling her nice, vibrant energy, and it's going to be sustaining us. We will no longer be in that subdued state. If you're observant, you might notice that the angle and lighting might have just changed. My camera died, so I had to fix that. But let's get right back into where I was before it died. As I was saying, that Page of Wands energy is going to be helping us come out of what was subduing us, and it's just going to really, really influence a lot of what's going on with this full moon. Now let's get into my Shadowscapes. I was very, very surprised that I only got 2 cards for my Shadowscapes. She is also very water inclined, so I was a little, it was almost off-putting to see how little she had to tell me. She's usually my very favorite, very energetically in tune deck too. She was my first one. But she has our Four of Swords and our Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is also all about potential. So tapping into that Page of Wands energy again, tapping into that domestic, material, earth energy too. I feel like letting go is really going to open up some new avenues for us, some new opportunities. Collectively, we're going to be doing so much better when we just open our eyes and get out of that Four of Cups. Four of Swords also here. Look at this. Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Four of Cups, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Numerologically, that's all about your career. That's all about money. So more and more and more of that domestic energy, that earth energy. The Four of Swords is all about taking a respite, like a nice little nap, before really getting down to the nitty-gritty and going back to it. So it's all about finding that inner balance that the Two of Pentacles is talking about. Well, the Two of Pentacles is more of an outer balance. This Four of Swords is all about that inner balance, and you're gonna need to find a little bit of both, I feel like, especially with it being Cancer, which is going to be very emotional for a lot of us. Wild Unknown deck. Boy, oh boy. There's another Ace of Pentacles, Mother of Pentacles. I pulled the Lovers. Here is the Seven of Swords, Lies, Two of Cups, and the Daughter of Wands again. Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands, same exact card. So, the Lovers, again, is going to be another very watery card, very connected to those Cancer energies. So we're going to, again, be seeing a whole lot of emotions going on here. The Lovers could be indicating, too, to me, exactly who we're dealing with. What we might be dealing with in the realm of what's no longer serving you. So just like I was saying with all of these pentacles coming up, the Lovers could mean that it's someone who you're very, very close to in your home life that has been kind of grinding your gears. Maybe there's some beef you need to let go of. Ace of Pentacles, again, that potential for moving forward. Mother of Pentacles just really, to me, roots this as a very, interestingly, like a very earth-water event, which I suppose makes a whole lot of sense because right now we're in Capricorn season. So that Cancer full moon in the middle of Capricorn season, they're definitely butting up against each other, so those emotions are going to be connected to your home life. She is ruling all of that, and I feel like she's also going to be representing part of the pair in this Lovers card. So it could be you, could be them. This Seven of Swords is telling me that there's kind of some deceit that's been going on. Either you've been holding some stuff back, subduing it, like that card up there, or they've been holding some stuff back, or just there hasn't been a whole lot of truth and communication going on. So mentally, you guys are going to need to open up to get through this. Two of Cups just reinforcing that Lovers card. It's basically like a tiny Lovers, and again, that Page of Wands, that Daughter of Wands, just her energy vibing through all of this. Finally, I have my Wildwood deck. It has the Nine of Bows, which are going to be my Nine of Swords, the Seer, the Queen of Vessels, so Queen of Cups, and the Six of Bows, so the Six of Swords. So we have lots of swords, lots of pentacles, a little bit of cups, and a little bit of wands. So that wand energy is going to be like an underlying current. Those swords are telling me that a lot of this is going to be mind over matter. The cups are obviously connecting into those Cancer energies, those emotional energies, and then we've talked about the pentacles. So, Queen of Vessels tells me that this is going to be a very intuitive thing once more. Just like I was saying earlier, I really feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's just, we know. We have known. We need to just accept it and let go. The Seer, again, that intuitive inner sense. She has her eyes closed just like the Four of Pentacles, but her eyes are closed in knowing, where the Four of Pentacles eyes are closed, or the Four of Cups, I'm sorry. The Four of Cups eyes are closed in ignorance. So she knows, the Queen of Vessels knows, you know, I know. We've got to accept it. The Nine of Bows is this wild man, poised, ready to attack. So that potential energy that's going to be driven into kinetic energy, just like a bow. You know, you draw it back and then you let it go and you let it strike true. And if we're accepting this, our intentions are going to strike true. But Six of Bows right here is just like that Six of Swords. There is a fire in the center and 6 bows surrounding it, ready to have that fire leap out onto it and take its journey. So it is all about a spark, about moving away from one type of energy to another type of energy, just like the rest of this reading. So really, this Cancer full moon, think about what brings you inner balance, what brings you inner peace, what people do you need to surround yourself with to find that balance, what people disrupt that balance. You don't have to let go of them completely, especially if you live with like your parents and you're like, oh, it's my mom. You know, you can't realistically, especially if like you're under 18 or something, be like, bye mom, I'm leaving forever, you know. Just consider how you approach them. Consider how you allow their energy to influence you. For those of us who it's not another person, it's just something else in the environment, figure out how you allow it to affect you. And yes, we do allow things to affect us. There is some degree of control that we have over every aspect of our lives. So really, just take a moment, figure out how it affects you, figure out how you allow it to affect you, figure out how you're going to balance that out, open your eyes to what's going on, and let that Page of Wands give you a little bit of her energy. Tap into it. She wants to help you. Just let it happen. Accept her gift, and you will be taking lessons from all of these things that have been bothering you and moving forward into a world where you are sustained, nurtured, and balanced. I think it's pretty good. We'll check back in again at the next full moon. Until then, love yourselves, love each other, be happy, be light, and I'll see you next time.